What's up, y'all? Today we're going to install a billet dash panel, and the first thing we're going to do is remove all the screws from the entire dash, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the old panel. Unfortunately, I think we have to remove our vents, but I think it's going to look good afterwards. So let's get started. Alright, so I got the screws out and I took the dash out. One thing I want to address is my AC ducting. So I believe the way that this original plastic panel is installed, the air box stays with it. So when you remove it, now you remove the connection point for the ducting. So I'm going to find a way to customize it. Otherwise, it looks like the dash panel is connected by these bolts and nuts on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all that. Okay, so I got the whole dash panel out. And like I said, I want to be able to keep my duct box for my AC. And here's how it's going to look with the aluminum billet dash panel installed. You have to drill out some holes, obviously, but I think I'm going to find a way to mount it to the back side. So what I'm probably going to do is just take my Dremel and drill these boxes out and glue them in place. Whatever I have to do to keep them. Whenever I figure it out, I'll show you. Okay, so I used a Dremel and cut the air box out of the old panel. My suggestion though is that if you do have an original dash panel, a plastic one, just lay the billet panel over it and make your own mounting holes through that plastic panel. Because the problem I ran into is that the old panel had mounting studs in the back, and whenever you lay this billet style panel over it, there actually isn't anywhere that I can mount this panel to my dash. So especially over here, I mean, it literally goes right through there. I have nothing to mount it to, so I had to come up with some good brainstorming ideas on how I would customize this whole setup, and I came up with a bracket system. I went to Ace Hardware and just kind of thought it out inside my head. There's all the pieces. I have these spring lock washers, or whatever they're called, and some spacers, screws, washers, and L brackets. So I'm going to go ahead and mock everything up, drill some new holes into these brackets, and then I'll show you what my mad scientist brain came up with. Okay, so I got everything mocked up, drilled new holes, put RTV around the edges to act as a gasket, drilled holes when it was all mounted up. So now all I have to do is install it, and let's pray that this works. Okay, so my first step was to install the L brackets onto the air box, and I secured it using the spring clip nut plate and a black screw, because whenever this is installed you'll be able to see in there, but because it'll be nice and black, it'll be dark and you won't notice it. My next step was to place the second screw in the mounting hole and install a spacer, and now I'll go ahead and put the box on. Here you go. I'm a badass motherfucker. Got the L bracket, spring clip nut plate with a screw going through it, screw going through into the air box with a nut plate on the inside. Same thing all the way around. And also where there wasn't a dash, like right here, I have a spacer down in there. You can see it right there. So that way if I had to tighten it up too tight, I didn't want the bracket to bend or anything like that. So it fucking worked, man. Pretty stoked. I thought I was gonna have to buy another dash panel for AC, but I didn't. And all the hardware cost me $15. Not bad, right? Alright, so now I got my dash in place, but first I'm gonna reconnect the air duct to the air box. Alright, so there you go, man. Billet dash panel installed. My L bracket system worked, and I still got to keep my air box. But there are no videos on this online, so I might be the first. But I hope that it really helps somebody out, especially if you're considering doing it and you're not sure how to. But man, I've done a lot of work in the last couple days. So I installed some white overlays for my gauges. I replaced all the bulbs with LED bulbs in the back, including my aftermarket gauges. But yeah, everything's looking good. I also installed kick panels. So there used to be some nasty tweed carpet. Same thing with the lower door carpets. It used to be tweed, looked like shit. But man, my truck is really coming together. So proud of her. I'm gonna take it for a wash and head to the C10 Club for Arizona at Reed Park tomorrow.